Oh, hello. So salvation has arrived, and like the greedy kill team glutton that I am, I'm here to ask, what's next? It's not even out yet, but I want to speculate about the next thing, because that's how I interact with this thing. So we more or less know, we think, right? It's Kill Team Nightmare. We've seen the Plastic Night Lords. They've been fully revealed because Games Workshop marketing doesn't care that Games Workshop's logistics and shipping department has had a massive delay. They're carrying on with their schedule because it's set in stone, and no amount of screw-ups from logistics is going to impact the glorious march of marketing. At least that's what I assume the situation is. So, the rumour is that the Night Lords will be joined by the Mandrakes, Dark Eldar Mandrakes, which do need a new plastic kit. It's a solid, if it is a guess, it's a really solid one. And I frankly expect this to be confirmed at the Las Vegas Open previews on January the 18th. Now, we haven't had an article yet over on Warhammer Community telling us, yes, there's going to be a Las Vegas Open preview and these are the systems that we're going to talk about at it. But we have got the article over on the Las Vegas Open website, which does confirm there will be a preview event. So hopefully that article will pop up shortly and they'll have a little Kill Team logo on and we'll be able to start to get hyped that we're going to see some Mandrakes, if that's something that excites you. Yeah, and that follows the pattern, doesn't it? We've got Night Lords with their upgrade sprue, Mandrakes with a brand new plastic kit, which is kind of what we would be expecting from a second box of a season, right? Here's a blast from the past. Remember these Reddit rumours? These have been going around for a while. They're quite old. I'm going to read them out again. Hopefully this post won't be removed. These are the new kill teams that will join our game until Kill Team 3. Craftworld Scorpions, Scouts, box with Scorpions, confirmed today. New Chaos Cult, new Jeanstealer Cult, new Tau, new Drukhari Racks. The composition of the next two boxes is unknown. It seems that after Craftworld vs Scouts, mid-November, they expected the next box to be sold by the end of December, but we don't know if this will finally happen. The third box will come mid to end Q1 2024, and by mid-end of Q2 2024, new Kill Team 3 will be announced. Expected official release date by August-September, completing the 3-year circle. Kill Team 3 will simplify some rules, line of sight obscured, climbing among others. It's unknown if they will sell a compendium for all the kill teams by Kill Team 3 launch or if the same rules will be used, and it's unknown the new kill teams at the starter box for Kill Team 3. Simplified rules of the new Craftworld Kill Team 3 APL, 9 agents. Kill Team ability. You can buff at the beginning of an activation, i.e. you can reroll 1, +1 attack, +1 circle movement, etc. Now, there's a lot of things in there that he's got wrong. Okay, we're not getting a new Chaos Cult, we are getting new Night Lords. It's not 9 models in the Eldar team, it's 8. But the Kill Team ability, or ability if you want, does sound a little bit close. Like, there's obviously some lost in translation or something going on here, but it doesn't seem 1,000 million miles away from what the Aspect Warriors got, right? The idea that they can they can choose a buff from a menu of buffs to have at the start of each activation for each model. Because it does say at the beginning of an activation, so for each model. I don't know. Maybe I'm reaching. Tell me if I'm reaching. There are a lot of things on here that are wrong. But, I don't know. So this would tell us Scorpions and Scouts we know, new Chaos Cult, new Jeanstealer Cult, new Tau, new Drukhari Racks. Now, if we imagine that they got confused between Racks and these fellows, Mandrakes, which I've done, and I'm a native English speaker, right? So if their Racks are in fact Mandrakes, okay, and the Chaos Cult is in fact the Night Lords, that leaves Jeanstealers and Tau coming in the next box. I mean, look, maybe it's a reach, but it's a wild speculation video. Now, what else have we been hearing? I've heard about a Jeanstealer Cult team coming from 3 different places. So there's that Reddit rumour, mentioned Jeanstealer Cult. My own sources, which is a gentleman, Mr. Lowbrow, on the Discord, has come in and said a couple of times that he thinks they're going to Jeanstealer Cult team that he's been told will please Tyranid players. And of course now Valrak has been talking about a Jeanstealer Cult team as well. That's 3 people independently of each other talking about a Jeanstealer Cult team. Now, will they actually make Tyranid players happy? Probably not. We'll talk more about that later. But what attributes would they have to make a Games Workshop marketing person think they would make Tyranid players happy? Well, Metamorphs. Metamorphs are the obvious thing. Metamorphs were part of the Jeanstealer Cult team in the compendium. Absent from the White Dwarf team. Yeah, and potentially Pure Trains. I could see a kit that was the Metamorph kit with a new upgrade sprue, and then, by the way, if you want to go and buy a box of Jeanstealers and add in a Pure Strain, you can. I think that's interesting. I think there are going to be people that say, oh, Jeanstealer Cult already have a team. Like, yeah, they do. They have a White Dwarf team, but this would be actually potentially giving them some new plastic in the form of a new upgrade sprue for that Metamorph box, which I could just about see. You know, like an elite, very Tyranidy Jeanstealer Cult team. I could kind of see it. Alongside that, well, Ved Sting Wings. Could this be the Tau team from the confused Reddit rumours? I mean, they're part of the Tau Empire. It's not a Tau team, but they're part of the Tau faction, right? And it fits so well because Ved Sting Wings really need a new plastic kit. Right, so this is obviously, it's a Valrak rumour, but maybe it ties in with that confused Reddit rumour. It's up to you. Maybe I'm reaching with that Reddit stuff. But I think there's weird elements of truth to it. Now, Vespids, they fit so well in terms of them range needing a refresh. They fit an interesting hole in the design space. We know from rumour engines, we haven't seen anything Vespidy, but we've seen that they're doing a lot of Kroot when they come around to doing the Tau. So the idea that the next Tau release for 40k is going to focus on the auxiliaries seems credible. There's just a lot of things pointing towards a new Vespid kit, potentially. And it would fit the pattern if the Jeanstealer Cult team was the Metamorphs with an upgrade sprue, and then the Ved Sting Wings could be the all-new plastic kit. I mean, I wouldn't buy that box, right? I'm putting it out there because I'm not a Xenos guy. But it could be a box, couldn't it? Ved Sting Wings versus a Jeanstealer Cult team based on the Metamorph kit? Like elite Jeanstealer cultists. Let me know in the comments whether you'd go in for that box. Does that excite you? Other stuff. There are loads of other random rumours flying around. So, Valrax mentioned in passing more teams that could possibly be true. Like, these can't all possibly come out, right? He's been saying that with some new Votan. He said that recently, a new Votan team. No idea what the argument, that the slant with that is. He's mentioned Swooping Hawks in the past. He's mentioned a jump back equipped Tempestus Scion squad. Going back a fair way now, he said something about Eyes of the Emperor, which is the Custodes kind of spies. Nothing feels super likely out of the rest of that stuff, right? There's not a second corroborating point, and he's not really mentioned all these things again. Valrak will throw something out there, and then if he keeps hearing things about it that make it sound likely, he'll keep mentioning it. And if something disappears, he will never say, oh no, I was wrong, well that's not coming. He'll just stop talking about it, right? So, I don't know, but I'm going to report them. They're there. You can bear them in the back of your mind. You know, we don't know. Going back to those Reddit rumours, we might not be getting a 4th box this season. We might be getting that, you know, the 3rd box. Let's say it's Vespid versus Jeanstealer Cult. Why not, right? If I've actually called that, then I'll be flipping amazed. But let's say there's a 3rd box, which is Vespid versus Jeanstealer Cult. Okay. Then maybe some of this stuff is coming in the next edition. We don't know. We don't have any way of knowing. Okay. Now, I have another source, again, Mr. Lowbrow over on the Discord. No details here either, but he has said that he thinks a new Orc team is coming at some point. Everything past that will be speculation, what kind of Orc team, but apparently a second bespoke Orc team is apparently going to come at some point. Maybe for the next edition of Kill Team, maybe in a box this season, who knows. Let's talk some anti-rumours, I suppose. There'll be some people watching this grinding their teeth and going, what about my compendium team? So we still lack kind of direct analogies for a few codexes. Tyranids, Death Guard, Custodes, Grey Knights, World Eaters, and Demons. Tyranids, Death Guard, Custodes, Grey Knights, and Demons, sorry, they all had compendium teams that haven't been superseded, that haven't been replaced. Nothing has superseded the High Fleet team, the Demon team, the Talons of the Emperor team, the Grey Knights team, or the Death Guard team. Okay, World Eaters never had a team because their codex didn't exist when the Kildare Compendium came out. Had their codex been out when the Compendium came out, they surely would have got a team in the Compendium, but now they haven't got a team. Now, listen, we go backwards and forwards. I've argued the toss about this before. Maybe the Gelapox are thematically demonic enough to count as a Demons team. Maybe the new Jeanstealer Cult team is thematically Tyranid enough to count as a Tyranid team. You know, maybe the Beastmen are thematically World Eater enough to count as a World Eaters team. All these arguments might wash with people who don't love those factions. I guess if you love any of those individual factions, you're like, no, I want the pure thing. I already know there's Tyranid players, or want to be Tyranid players, that have written angry comments under my video as if it's something I've said, saying, oh, Metamorph isn't Tyranids. We want Tyranid Warrior. It has to be pure, the thing that I love, not some diluted, half-related version of it, right? I get it. I would just say, though, Games Workshop now, there was a point where they seemed interested. And for the longest time, it was my guiding star. They're ticking off codexes. And there was a point back at the first season with White Dwarves and everything else where it seemed to be like, yeah, they're ticking off the compendium teams or they're ticking off the codexes they're working through and they're doing this thing. I don't think they care anymore. It honestly feels like, and this kind of sucks for kill team players, they're working with what they have. They're working with, I don't know, and I don't know anything, but I don't know that new sculpts are actively being commissioned for Kill Team. Because it feels, doesn't it? A lot of people have said this. You look at Scouts and Striking Scorpions. Those are two kits they wanted to release anyway, right? You look at the Night Lords, you think, well, maybe the Night Lords look a bit more bespokely for Kill Team. They're an upgrade sprue team. Actually, an upgrade sprue team has got more, even though the full artisanal team that isn't an upgrade sprue takes more of the limelight in each release. I think it is the upgrade sprue teams that have a higher chance of actually having been created to a brief for the Kill Team developers. We know that Elliot loves his Night Lords, right? So it's possible. Whereas I think that the Dark Eldar, if they show up, will just be, well, we wanted to produce these. You can have them for your Kill Team box, make them work. And so actually, the reason that Salvation appears to be very 40k centric is because it doesn't get an upgrade sprue team, and actually it's those upgrade sprue teams where you're going to start to see the made for Kill Team stuff. Now obviously there's a big contradictory there, because for a hot minute in Season 2, we were getting an endless number of brand new artisanal teams, many of which, not all of them, we did get Beastmen as well, but many of which were from the wider Imperial faction. We got the Voidsmen, we got the Eps Arbites, we got the Inquisition there towards the end. 3 teams of guys. We got the Star Striders, of course, but they weren't new models. But at least 3 teams there that don't really fit into any faction smaller than Imperium. And a lot of people have said, oh, this is proof that they're designing new and exciting kits just for Kill Team. Well, potentially. I don't want to burst your bubble. There's a little rumour going around that if you look at the 40k roadmap here that they've published, they've gone up to summer 2024, and they're talking about Jeanstealer Cults, Sisters of Battle, and Redacted. And at first, a lot of people got very overexcited and said, I think that Redacted Codex is Emperor's Children. And now people are starting to say, Valrak among them, what if the Redacted Codex is Agents of the Imperium? And this is where wheels start to turn in my own head, and I had an organic thought of my own, rather than just repeating what other people have said. But if they have been working on and doing a Agents of the Imperium release, and there's loads of plastics that they need to bring out alongside that, courtiers and things like that, various characters. Maybe that release was being worked on and things got too big and they found a way to get the Arbites out, get the Voidsmen out, get the Inquisitional Henchmen out, right? so that they're not clogging up and having to do a massive 40k release for agents. So all that stuff is already there, and the data sheets can turn up in an Agents of an Imperium Codex. Like, I don't know, this is speculation built on rumour, but in a way that's kind of grim, because in a way it really does seem like we never get a full artisanal kit that's designed purely for our game, for Kill Team. Obviously, like, you look at the artisanal teams that we've had, the only one that isn't an Agents of the Imperium or an obviously new unit that they needed for 40k was the Beastmen, I think. Because the crew were desperately needed for 40k. And then alongside the Voidsmen and the Arbites and the Beastmen, that's all the artisanal brand new teams for Season 2. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know for sure, but it just feels a little bit that way, perhaps. That maybe everything is a 40k kit, really. Or almost everything. But it does certainly feel like we're going that way now. Not to end on a downer, I'm still very excited about this stuff. If this stuff comes to pass, yeah, they might be 40k kits, right? New Vespids, but they'll still be cool. I think Kill Team, the future is still bright for Kill Team. I just think when you're calibrating your rumours, you have to think about, well, maybe we're not carrying on down this track of getting, the Imperial Tax Collectors, the Imperial Rat Catchers, which I would have loved. Some people hated that stuff, Some people were like, why are they focusing on the Adeptus Arbites when I want my, I want my Eldar Kill Team, right? I want the big 40k poster boy stuff. A lot of people were saying that, so it'll have made, for all it may have irritated me, it may have irritated you that they're moving away from this stuff, it will have made the whole other section of our community, which is only a really small community, and we shouldn't balkanise ourselves to this extent, it will have made a whole other section of our community really happy. There are people out there that are really happy to be getting Aspect Warriors. Now, there are other people who are like, I really wanted Aspect Warriors, but not like this. I wanted a Dark Reaper and a Fire Dragon. Fine, I get that. But, hey, you've got an Aspect Warrior team. Final thoughts. What do you believe, and also what do you want? Answer those two separate questions. They are distinct and separate questions, but it would be great if you could answer them down in the comments to get a good backwards and forwards going. It's an exciting time to be a Kill Team YouTube personality, I guess. There's been a real drought of content, and we've got so much stuff just bubbling under the surface, just waiting to be announced, right? We've got the competitive pack for Kill Team Beta Decima that's supposed to be coming on the Beta Decima release day. We've got that to look forward to. We've got the LVO previews that we hope are going to include Kill Team stuff. We've got that to look forward to. Big Warhammer World event, not this weekend coming up, not tomorrow, but tomorrow's Friday. Not Saturday, Sunday, but the weekend after that, big Warhammer World event. I'll be there. I believe a fair number of personalities, celebrities, whatever you call us, within the Kill Team community are going to be there as well, so that'll be really cool, Loads of stuff. Not sure what I'm going to talk about this weekend, but we'll get there when we get there, alright? If you want to find out, please like, subscribe, leave 50 comments, click the like button, massage the bell, all that stuff. Actually, don't massage the bell, it's really annoying. All that sort of stuff, helps the channel. The subscriber count's going up and up and up. Obviously, I'm not going to be shy about it. My goal is to one day become big enough that James Workshop gifts me with some early stuff so I can review that for you and have it actually be a review rather than here's what other people have said on the internet. But, that's for the future. The only way we get there is by people interacting with all those metrics, alright? Okay, guys, thank you so much. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again at the weekend for another one. Have a great rest of your evening, tomorrow, rest of your week, etc. Bye-bye, bye-bye-bye, goodbye.